Matt here, bringing you one of the profiles from this week. This is Sam's Madolche Profile. He came second at locals. Here he goes.
Hello, played Madolche's. Basically got hold of the 3 Angelis last week, so I've been testing various ideas of it. So it's basically 3 Angelis, they're the main part of the deck. Tribute it, special summon Madolche from deck.
No, you special summon Hoot Cake.
There's very, very rare occasions you want to summon other things. Like if it's the end of the combo, you can get another Madolche search off of it if you've not used it before. 3 Magellans, basically the Stratos of the deck. 3 Hoot Cake. They're needed within the deck. You banish 1, special summon 1 from the deck, which is normally Madolche. Which this time round I dropped down to 2. I would normally play it at 3, but I just thought I'd need to change this, but I've got the 3rd one in the side deck just in case I changed my mind part way through the tournament and just sided in every time. Didn't decide to do that. Play 3 Mu Fuel, basically they're the combo making pieces. So this as an Angeli is a Tiramisu and a rank 3. Now for my tech choices, I'm playing 3 of the Red Signal Train, which basically are battle stoppers. So if your opponent attacks one of your monsters, you want to protect it, so you can just special summon it down in defense. The attack target becomes this card, and it's not destroyed by that battle.
It was actually really good. It was quite annoying for me to go over because we actually had 2 matches together. He got this off 2 or 3 times, and it did just mean that he could go off next turn.
And also, I think against Oliver, I opened all 3 of them.
Oh god.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to attack you directly. I'm going to special summon 1. Okay, I'm going to attack with one of my other. No, you're not. And yeah, I'm going to attack for a 3rd one. No, and then I won the game from there just using standard rank 3s. Next text choice is 2 Swift Scarecrow. I was basically messing around online and Light Swarms basically just go blag, and this is the best way to stop them because it gives you an extra turn to try and get through their plays. And to be honest, I was expecting Light Swarms at the tournament, but none turned up. Then we play 2 Karkadi. Basically normal summon this, draw 2, and it also becomes food for Hoot Cake. That's the same with the trains and the same with the Swift Scarecrows. I will be using things like Veilers and Maxis, but I don't actually have access to them at the moment. Next, we've done with the monsters. So, spells, 3 copies of MST. Some people say they're not needed anymore. I still like to have them for against trap heavy decks like against Matt and things like that. Then the one of Darkhole. I decided to play 2 Soul Charge. Because basically, after you've gone through your combos, you generally either have exhausted the hand if you haven't got the correct resources on board before, and this can just bring back the same play you had done in the last turn with the same 2 materials. And for 2,000 life points, you're going to be taking things off of the board with the play, so skipping the battle phase is kind of okay. Then I play 2 copies of Chateau, and also 2 copies of Ticket. I'm also testing a copy of Inferno Reckless Summon, which I actually didn't see at all today. So if you combo this with like a Mu Fuel and like Hoot Cake is able to go under Inferno Reckless Summon, so you can just put the 3 out on the board and get the 1 search, overlay for rank 3, make a Tiramisu. And Jelly is also a target, so you contribute this off for another monster and then make a Tiramisu, spin things into the deck. So I tested it. I actually didn't get it to go off today, but I've done it a couple of times online and it seems to work quite fine. Next is the traps. I play 1 copy of Palooza. After playing it at the tournament today, I think I might up it to 2 copies of Palooza, because quite often you'd have 2 or 3, maybe even 4 monsters in hand, and also this can make OTKs like against Charlie Scraps. I normal summoned a monster, he destroyed it, I flipped Palooza and just won the game from there. It's basically just a win button. Then for the standard traps, I play 2 Mirror Force, 2 Prison, 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Warning. I know that D-Prison and Mirror Force have gone up to 3. I just didn't think I really had the space for it within the tournament. Next for the side deck, basically I didn't have that much time to make it the morning before, so it's the one Messenger Gelato that I took out from the deck. One of my personal tech choices from the older version of the deck. You use this to banish a hoot cake, it copies the name and the effect of it, so it becomes a level 4 Madolche hoot cake. So you can use the hoot cake's copied effect, and then make a tiramisu from the same play. Then 1 copy of Thunder King. It's good against some decks. I sided it in against Spellbooks, didn't get to see it. 1 Metallion the Time Lord, basically just for the rogue decks, things that just put everything on the board in the turn, and you can use this to bounce it all back and they have to start from square one. Then 2 DD Crows. Probably the MPV from the side. It basically just pulled its weight in all of the games. 1 Mind Control, because I thought maybe if I see a level 4 orientated deck or a level 3 orientated deck, I'd just put it in, steal their monsters. Saw it against Boojins, then thought it's not a good idea in Boojins, because they always have the protection from it. 1 copy of Trapstone, that's another thing I'd taken out. 1 copy of Malcat and 1 copy of Full House. Basically because I knew there'd probably be a couple of Trap Tricks or Hat decks.
I just realised you screwed me with 1 Trapstone. I thought you were still maining them.
No, I took them out the day before.
Fair enough.
And 2 Shadow Mirror. I know that's not a full 15 card side deck, but
We're short of side cards.
yeah. Now for the extra deck. 1 Mech Twit Angonair. Basically, if you can make a tiramisu and this in the same turn, it's protected and its effects are 9 times out of 10 going to go off, unless someone void trap holes you. So basically, its effect was negated, but it was protected, so I still had something on the board for this. Then 2 copies of Leviair, basically bring back the banished Angelis through the combo pieces. And if you didn't banish an Angeli on the way, you can use MX Saber and Invoker to special summon Messenger Gelato from the deck. Next are the rank 3s that I didn't use. Then also a bunch of rank 4s that I didn't use. That's salty about that one. And then the only rank 4 that's really worth using. Madolche Tiramisu. Put 2 back into the deck if you have the right field presence, they go back to the hand. And profit.
Or can you not remember matchups?
I vaguely remember matchups. I went against Charlie playing Scraps in the first game. First game was close, second I Paloozaed, and the third one was a grind game against Scraps. I should have lost out, but I got a bit of luck in the end. Second was against Lewis, I got trounced by Harpies. Third round was against Oliver using Heretic Rulers. Because he doesn't quite have the full extra deck, there wasn't as many plays he could make. If he had the fully built extra deck, he would have been able to beat me, but I just managed to get through that one. Fourth round, I played against Boojins.
Which one? Louis or Jack?
Louis. Basically, that was another close game. It was basically just Tiramisu stops them being immune to targeting through their turtle. And then I played Matt in the 5th round, and also then again in top 4.
But we were both terrible.
Yeah, by that point in the day it was too hot, none of us could really be bothered. That's why there's not a final going up this week, because basically we got there, no one gave a damn. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, so Sam won against me 5th round and top 4. They were both 2-0 whitewashes just because I was misplaying out my arse and Sam was misplaying slightly less. Final he had was against Brad. There was a little bit of controversy within that, but again we were all just tired and sort of half dehydrated, so that's why there's no final, because you just don't want to see it. Okay, so I'll be putting my profile up after this one, which is a Firefist Trap Tricked hand deck. Then there'll also be, finally I'll get round to the competition video, because I've nearly hit 300 subscribers now and I still haven't done the 200/100 competition. So for that, I am going to give away my old Constellar core, so look forward to that soon.